Yo, what is good, everybody? It is your boy Slice. You know what time it is, man. Those Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 21 official leaks have finally dropped, man. And you know we about to dive into it because this chapter seems to be crazy. But before we dive into these official chapter leaks, man, go ahead and do your boy Slice a solid if you're looking forward to more leaks, more Boruto content, more slices of anime. Go ahead and do your boy Slice a solid. Hit that subscribe button for your boy. We are so close to that first goal of 100 subscribers. I can smell it. Ring the bell for the noties, drop a comment, and share the video, man. All of these actions, even if you just do one, is so much appreciated, man. But let's go ahead and dive into the video, man, because I can't wait. And I know you can't either, man. Let's get it. So the title of this month's chapter is a little corny, not gonna lie, but, you know, could have been better, but, you know, I'm not tripping, man. This chapter is fire. So the title of this chapter is Mangekyo Sharingan. So obviously we'll be getting some lore into Sarada's Mangekyo. Now, the official leak of the page that we got, we did see Boruto. It was a flashback of Boruto and Sasuke when they were talking, like literally right after Omnipotence happened. You could see Boruto with his little eye patch on. It was all bandaged up. And Sasuke was pretty much explaining to Boruto about the Mangekyo Sharingan. So all that did was basically just confirm that Boruto, in fact, knew that Sarada had the Mangekyo Sharingan. But Sarada herself did not know she had the Mangekyo Sharingan. Sasuke knew, Boruto knew, but Sarada did not know. Very interesting, man. And speaking of Sarada, she's on the color page. I mean, rightfully so. The chapter is literally called Mangekyo Sharingan, so it would only make sense that Sarada is on this chapter cover page. So we get more lore into Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan's effect. And pretty much, it's like a black hole, except she can control what she wants to absorb. But the difference between her powers and an actual black hole is a black hole is going to suck up everything within its vicinity. While Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan ability, she actually has control over what she's going to portal. That's tough, man. That's dope. And in fact, we also find out that Sarada can actually create multiple portals. Sheesh, bro. Sheesh. I know me as a Boruto fan, I am truly just loving the new gen, man. Like, don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of underwhelming characters. Mentally, it's allergy season. My fault, big. But overall, you know, I really feel as though they're doing the new generation really well, and they are easily surpassable to the old generation. And it doesn't seem like, you know, a shonen pull out of the butt. So I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. So seemingly we get a panel of Sarada aiming her attack towards Ryu. Now she has to decide where her attack is going to hit or what it's going to hit, which makes sense. I mean, it's an attack nonetheless, so that should be the case. And seemingly Sarada is able to aim it at Ryu, but she's also floating. Now, once again, man, before we even really dive into the details of this, let's just take into consideration that these are just brief chapter spoilers. There's always, well, I'm not going to say always, but there's always going to be a little bit of detail left out because these are just brief translations. So I'm pretty sure we'll get some more lore into why she's floating. I doubt that she might have Otsutsuki-esque powers and be floating or flying. You know, we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. But, you know, maybe it could have something to do with space-time ninjutsu. I'm not too sure, man. But, you know, that's some detail we'll have to figure out in the What You Missed in Boruto TBV Chapter 21 review that will be coming out when the official chapter drops. So look forward to that, and you won't miss that if you are subscribed and hit that bell button, man. So go ahead and do that for your boy. Speaking of doing that, though, Sarada, she did that, fellas. The long-awaited time, and it was a really good fight. And I still feel like it was a little too short. Just a tad bit. I feel like this fight could have gone on one more chapter. But Sarada did it. She got rid of Ryu. Seemingly. Not even seemingly, but Ryu's gone. We smoking on that Ryu pack, bro. He completely got crushed by her ability. Completely crushed. And I know this is going to be a sight to see. You know the artwork on it is going to be beautiful when we get to see it. There is a bit of bad news, though. See, I personally did not think that Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan would cause her eye to bleed just simply due to the fact that her Mangekyo Sharingan is the first to have actually broken the Uchiha curse. Hers was actually born out of love and not hatred, which does make me consider the fact that it was a possibility that her eye may not have bleeded after using or overuse of her Mangekyo Sharingan, but unfortunately, that does not seem to be the case. And hopefully we do get some more lore into why that happens. Overall, though, just like I stated, obviously she was tired from using her Mangekyo. She passes out unconsciously and falls to the ground. But rightfully so, though, bro. You know, there was a lot of people making fun of Sasuke back in the day with his Rinnegan, but, you know, truthfully, the Rinne Sharingan combo, bro, that took a lot of chakra, bro. I'm pretty sure Sarada, never realizing she used his power before, especially to this extent, and actually using a power of her Mangekyo Sharingan. Because think about it. She only activated it, but she didn't do anything with it. So now that she actually activated it, she's going to be tired, bro. So give her a break, man. Rightfully so. So after Sarada finishes completely decimating Ryu, which was long awaited, man, I was glad to see that Sarada got the finishing blow. I mean, it was only rightfully so, you figured deal. But I would also like for Mitsuki to get it as well. But it is what it is. So after Sarada finishes off Ryu, we then see his Thorn Soul. We see it manifest. And then we get a panel switching back over to Ada, Kashikoji, and Boruto. Now, it's been a while since we've really seen any of the three of them. So I can't wait to see the intricacies and the detail of what they talk about in this panel. And they actually do go back and touch up on the Konohamaru and Matsuri fight. And Konohamaru is still looking like he's taking L's, man. Taking so many L's. But just like, you know, I always say, man, I love the Buddhism lore that Boruto and the entire Naruto franchise really taps into. If you truly think about it, one of them would have been gone by now if they had just let go of that attachment. Attachments only lead to suffering if you cannot control them, if you cannot balance, if you cannot control your emotions, not let your emotions control you. You figure deal. Now, a lot of villains, you know, they'll think that, you know, you have to completely void yourself of emotions to become the strongest version of yourself. And truthfully, on a personal level, I even thought that recently through all the things that I've been going through. But then I realized that doesn't really make me any better. That doesn't make me stronger. That does, in fact, turn me into a villain. And I almost had me feeling like Magneto. I know this isn't a comic channel, but I felt like Magneto, man, to where it was like, you know, I'm kind of in that middle ground, like anti-hero type stuff, but willing to do anything by any means necessary to reach my goals, regardless of whatever it takes. Morally wrong or morally right. And I didn't like that, man. So, you know, don't go down that path. You know, you are at your strongest when you are able to control your emotions and not allow them to cloud and or, you know, misjudge your interpretations of your actions. When you can control said emotions, that is why you're the strongest. You know, JURA looks at love as weak. The Shinju are all confused about it. At the end of the day, that could truly be a strength, as long as you just know how to manage your emotions. Now, I said all that to say that Konohamaru nor Matsuri were able to manage their emotions, which is why this fight is still ongoing, and Konohamaru seemingly is continuing to lose his fight. Matsuri has stabbed him with 2 out of 4 of her claws. I think like the thing that comes out of her scarf, like those claw marks coming out of her scarf, that's how I'm imagining it. Pretty sure I'm telling you I'm spot on. So let's go ahead and see that. Check that next out. I want to see some comments on that next chapter review or what you missed in the 21 chapter review when I'm spot on, because I'm telling you I'm spot on, big. But seemingly towards the end of the chapter, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the exact cliffhanger that we're left on. It looks like Konohamaru is about to be taken out by Matsuri yet again, but this time we see a kunai land right behind Matsuri's back. And that can only mean one thing, man. That is the signature of Minato Uzumaki, man. And who else can pull off such an aura farming appearance other than the young lord, man? Come on, you know our boy Boruto had to pull up, man, and make his appearance again. But I'm happy about it, but then I'm not. Because I don't know what's going to transpire between Boruto pulling up and JURA recognizing that he pulled up. There you are, Otsutsuki, says JURA. And I'm pretty sure that's what we're left on for the cliffhanger. And don't get me wrong, yo. Truthfully, I had a couple theories that were proven wrong with this chapter. I thought Kawaki was going to be the one to pull up and try to save the day and try to, continue to play this role in omnipotence. But I'm not mad about Boruto showing up. I mean, it was kind of evident with Sarada passing out. I mean, and we could tell, he was too eager to pull up. And you can see Kashi Kojin is, very frustrated and puzzled, as far as what to do, how this is going to alter the timeline, etc. So, and JURA is excited because Boruto is now back in the battle. And we don't know what's going to go on, man. The next chapter, 22, that could probably consist of Boruto versus JURA. I mean, it might be a little bit too early for that, but who knows, bro? That creates so much lore and speculation for the next chapter that I just can't wait for this one to come out so then I can at least try to speculate what's going to come out for the next one, and we can get to them theories and predicts, man. So either way, though, man, I'm about to sign up out of here. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed the leaks, if you enjoyed the coverage, go ahead and do your boy Slice a solid to hit that subscribe button for your boy. Once again, we are so close to that coveted goal of 100 subscribers. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you thought about these leaks. Let me know what you think about any detail that may not have been touched on as much as you wanted it to be. Let me know where you think this chapter is going to, have the direction of the story headed. So just go ahead and sign up out of here, though, man. It's been your boy Slice, and I'm signing out. Peace.